Hey guys, Dr. Alex here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about 6 different healthy routines that you can add to your routine in this COVID pandemic and self-isolation that we're going through. I hope you are well, hope you're safe, and hope you and your family are healthy. And as I've thought about more of our self-isolation that we're in and being home by myself, I've noticed that probably the biggest challenge I've faced is that my routine is totally different, and that because 90 to 95% of what we do in a given day is routine, is automated, is stuff that we don't think about. Because my routine has changed, it's really tough to stick to the different parts of my day that make my usual day really healthy and really efficient and really productive in terms of my health. So what I wanted to talk about today was 6 or 5 different things that you can add into your daily routine, or things that you should be thinking about, making sure you haven't lost these part of your day with your routines changing around the COVID pandemic. And if these are things that are not already in your day, something to think about adding. And like I said about opportunity in last week's video, I think these 5 or 6 different things are things that everybody should have as part of their day if they want to be a little bit happier, healthier, and more productive with their health. And personally, I'm planning and scheduling for the worst in terms of my mindset, my finances, my health. And in terms of the worst, I'm planning for this to go on for upwards of 6 months. Hopefully it doesn't. But if it does go that long, that's 6 months where we can work on 6 different things and 6 different new habits and routines to add to our own. That when we leave this, it's going to make us much better, happier, and healthier. Hopefully. So the things that we can think about adding into our routine: number 1, movement and mobility. I think now more than ever, when you have to take care of the kids during the day, or when there's a little bit more freedom to, say, push things off later into your day, or the fact that you're not being able to go to the gym on your way home from work, mobility and movement, I think, is something we want to be scheduling into our day, making sure that we're either getting it in at a specific time each day, just like you would if you're doing it after you return home from work or before you go to work. Schedule it in earlier in the morning. And with respect to movement, make sure, like I said, it's scheduled in. Make sure you're getting 30 to 60 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's strength training, cycling, running, mobility work. Just make sure you're getting some movement to keep your body and your brain working properly. In terms of sleep, again, with our routines and our schedules being mixed up, really important to make sure that you're keeping a steady sleep routine. Important for your mental health, your physical health, and just about everything else in your life. I'm going to make sure our Reset Recovery curriculum is linked in this video, so that if you need help building a sleep routine, it is there. Now, number 3, in terms of nutrition, I think, if you are at home all day, it's really, really, really challenging not to go and snack and not to go, eat, especially if you stress eat, which I definitely know I do. And in terms of this routine, this is where I think we have an amazing opportunity to build our routine in terms of doing more cooking for ourselves, doing a better job of purchasing things that go into our home, and also learning new healthy recipes. Hopefully you have a little bit more time to do that, not rushing to and from work, and maybe saving yourself some commute time. So in terms of nutrition and our routines around it, a suggestion I would make is make sure, especially more than ever, if you do tend to stress eat, try to make sure that you don't buy the junk food in the first place. Try to make sure that you have just good, nutritious, whole foods in your house, because I know for me, if it's in the house, I'm going to eat it. Number 2, as a counterpoint to the previous one, if you do stress eat, if you are eating lots of junk food, that's okay. It is what it is. It's going to be a period of a few weeks and a few months where our nutrition might not be as good as it could be. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourselves. You will get past this. It will be okay. But that being said, try not to buy those things, try not to have them in the house. It is good to have a few cheat meals or junk food every once in a while, but if it's once a day versus once a week versus once a month, the less the better. Number 4, in terms of dealing with psychological stress and anxiety, which is going to be omnipresent during this, 2 things I've thought about that I often do as part of my routine, in addition to making sure I get good sleep, that help me with the mental stressors in my life. Number 1, practicing being grateful. So for me, I have this as a very formalized process. I use a gratitude journal, which is just moleskin. You could use a piece of printer paper. It doesn't matter. And it is part of my morning, where every morning I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. If I'm going to be really specific, I try to write down something that I'm grateful for that I had the opportunity to do on a given day or on this day, something I'm grateful for that happened yesterday, and somebody in my life that I am grateful for. And it is almost impossible to be angry, frustrated, and grateful at the same time. So you will likely notice that it's going to change your mindset almost instantaneously. And if you're having a period of stress or anxiety through your day, try this exercise. I can almost guarantee you it is going to work, if not help a little bit. The other thing that I do as part of one of my morning rituals and routines that I would recommend you to do, especially during a stressful period like this, is journal. Now, this could come in the form of freehand journaling, where you just write a stream of consciousness, whatever your brain is thinking about, or you specifically write about some things that you're struggling with, some things you're anxious about, and it's amazing how good it feels to get it out and to verbalize it, or I guess write it down on a piece of paper, in much the same way that it helps just to speak with a loved one or somebody in talk therapy, just to verbalize what you are feeling. So if you are stressed or anxious, try doing some journaling. It's an amazing, amazing exercise and probably more effective than you think. And again, it's something that can easily slide into your morning routine or your nighttime pre-bed ritual, and is going to be a great way to ensure that you get a good night's sleep, which is also going to help with your mental health. And then last but not least, something in our house that we've been doing a good job of is setting up lots of Zoom, FaceTime, Skype meetings, whatever medium, it doesn't matter, but making sure you're staying connected with friends, making sure you're not socially isolating yourself while you're socially distanced. And in terms of a ritual or routine, I think that this is something that we're all probably going to get much more used to relying and connecting with our friends and our loved ones during this period. And I think that, at least for us and for me, it's something that will probably carry through to when this is all over. And so that's something I'm very much looking forward to. And so of those 6 things, I think that if you work on one of them for, say, a month and then move on to the next, that's where we know that behavioral change can take anywhere from 14 to a couple months time to become the new normal in your life as a ritual. But let's shoot for a month, hopefully being what it takes for you. If there's anything you guys think I missed, or something that's a ritual that you think I should have in my day, I would love to hear it. If you have any questions, please let me know. And be sure to check out the links in the comments section below. And I will have some further links to help you with different parts of these rituals and routines, with a little bit more of a description of how to do each. I'm going to sign off, guys. I hope you have an amazing day and an amazing week. And be safe, take care, and be healthy.